Hello there. My name is Milan Kecman. I'm an artist and I'm here at the Summit Art Space where I have my exhibit of Head2Head. It is a series of historical portraits that I've combined people that either had something in common or opposites. This particular piece is called Two Harriets, Harriet Beecher Stowe and Harriet Tubman. They both worked to towards the abolitionist movement. What I've done in my series, as you'll see when you come in to look at some of the other work, I've split the head right down the middle, but I lined up the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, the chin, and the top of the head. Once I do that, even there's that hard edge down the middle. Uh, Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin, and Harriet Tubman worked pretty much with the Underground Railroad, helping a lot of the freed slaves escape to the north. I found one little interesting tidbit with the two of them, and just after I had done it, I found out they were both one of 11 children, which putting them together, not only are their names the same, but that is another unifying element to them.
Hello, my name is Reva Golden. I am staff with the Summit County Historical Society, but I also am a performing artist and I portray Harriet Tubman. I started with Harriet Tubman at Magical Theater Company in Barberton, where I played her in Harriet and American Moses, and she just kind of evolved. I just continued to learn more about her, um, her presence, what she did. She was an amazing woman. She did a whole lot more than what the average person knows about her. Not only did she go back and forth 19 times to free family members and other slaves, but she also was a spy, a nurse, a cook in the Union Army. So she stood about 4 feet, but she was a dynamite person. She was very big in what she did. I was born in Dorchester, Maryland, the Brodus Plantation. Slavery time back then was hard. And that whip was always on that mantelpiece to remind you of what was expected of you. Now, Master Brodus, he was a poor man. What he did to make his money, he hired his slaves out to other plantation to work. When I was 7 years old, that was the first time he hired me out. I had to take a little baby, it's Miss Susan's baby. I had to watch her baby, and I had to clean the house. I was 7. I wasn't no bigger than the baby. But I had to watch that baby all the night long so it wouldn't cry out, because if that baby cried out, I'd get whooped. And I had to clean Miss Susan's house. I didn't know nothing about no cleaning. It was her sister that had to teach me how to clean the house, because every time I do it, the dust would come back and I get whooped again. But I remember one time, it was in the morning, and the master and the missus, they was arguing about something. And they went out the room, and there was a cup of tea on the table with 2 small things of sugar. And I was so hungry because I ain't ate nothing. And I wanted that sugar. So I didn't think nobody was looking. And I reached out for that sugar. And the missus, she come in. And she said she was going to whoop me. And I ran all over that house. I ran out the house. And I ran so far till I found a pig pen. And I went in that pig pen. And I tussled them pigs for what they was eating, which was the slop and the mud. But after a while, I knew I had to go back. And I went back. And she whipped me till my back was bleeding. And I went on back to Master Brodus. I stayed there for some years, and then he hired me out one more time. And that's when I got this mark on my forehead. See, I was working out in the field, and this slave came by me and said, "We going to the corner feed." I knew what that meant. He was going to run. Now, I didn't know that the overseer was going to see that, but he did. He followed that slave. Well, see, I took off like a jackrabbit across the field because I wanted to get to the corner feed store first, but I was too late. He got there, he cornered the slave, but the slave bolted out the door, and I stood there between the slave and the overseer. He told me to move. I wouldn't move. He got mad, and he picked up a weight and he threw it. Hit me in the head. And I fall asleep now. Oh, more than anything, I remember I fell asleep up underneath a reward poster for me up north. Can you believe that? Nothing but God. Well, anyway, he sent me back to Master Broderson. He couldn't hire me out no more because he said I wasn't worth nothing but a sixpence, if that. Well, me and my brothers got wind that we was going to get sold down south. What nothing worse than a slave getting sold in the south. We didn't want to go, so we decided that we was going to escape. So it was on Sunday night, late Sunday night. Me and my brothers, we started to go. And then they got scared. They started thinking about the patty rollers. Well, see, patty rollers was slave catchers. They come and they catch you, they beat you, kill you, or they take you back to the plantation, beat you, kill you. And they got scared. So we came on back, got back before Monday daybreak, and I stayed all day Monday. But that Monday night, I went on to freedom. I traveled a long time. And when I crossed that freedom line, I looked at my hands, see if I was the same person. And the sun shone over the sky and over the trees, and I thought I was in heaven. But you know, when I got down there in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia, I wasn't happy because there wasn't nobody there to greet me. See, I was free, but my family, they wasn't free. And I said, I had two things I had a right to, and that was liberty or death. And I was going to have one or the other. And so was my family. So I went back 19 times. I joined this movement called the Underground Railroad. First people I brought back was my sister, her two children. And I went back. I was going to get my husband, but he had married. So he didn't come back with me, but that's okay. I gathered more folks to freedom. And I also fought in the war. Well, I didn't fight, but I was a nurse and a cook and a spy. And I helped Colonel James Montgomery, South Carolina, Combahee River. We took that 700 slaves out, tore up the rice plantations, and didn't hurt not one of them slaves. Every one of them got all right. That's my story. That's my song.